So we want to thank the Big Bend Sentinel because they've asked to have some questions for us, so we're going to try to answer them. And this is Annette Gabriel is the columnist, is that correct? Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the girl from Hungary?
Right.
You know, blonde?
Yeah, she's been telling me about dos o tres veces that it might be her, because it's my brother, Primo, you know, that I didn't know the name of the people. All that Primo and Primo. And people have been asking me, you know, that, you know what, Robert? Whatever. I said, no. I said, yeah, no, he works on that. Oh, yeah, Primo. You know. And it's weird that I never, my computer, no bueno.
That's okay.
That I do things, my wife gave me, you know, once in a while, say, no, forget about joking. Always trying to, pues, you know, pero nunca pongo atención. So they asked me when we start playing together.
Yeah.
I say about 2, 3, 4 years ago. And you've been what?
8.
You got that? You know, things just, I never put attention on things that I'm doing. Yeah, after I retire, well, yeah, I live my life better, I guess. Here and there, and I never put attention that like these things, you know, like now on this CD. I said, well, I should have put a little more attention to what I'm doing.
But the mistakes are the best part.
You know.
It sounds so beautiful. Nobody's going to hear any mistakes.
You like the Vegas?
I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Well, see, the thing is, like I said, I think people like us here in Marfa.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we live here. But wherever we go play, that they enjoy it. And one of the things I told Beebe that I want the people listen to our music. We don't have we play everything, all kind of music, right? Not just rancheras. Whatever we know, we try to please the people, go there, and always invite people, you know, to come and sing with us there. That way, I feel that they enjoy it. And like a lot of, I think the professionals, you know, that they don't let you go over there and sing. And our dueto, do that thing.
A nosotros le decimos,
We just go there and try to everybody have fun.
Yeah.
You know. So that's the way I see it. That's what I like to people go enjoy it. But you go there like Mr. in Planet, the place we Marvel. We play there, you know, every Sunday. Of course, on Sunday, some say, hey, Primo, why don't you play Fridays or Saturdays? What can I do? They put us on Sundays. They say, well, on Sundays, a lot of people, they don't stay there because the following day is going to Monday, working day.
but that's also why we play kind of early. We play at 7:30.
Right. So, you know, for 2 hours, that's, and another thing that I'm used to, I don't know, Beebe, that we start playing and we don't want to stop.
Yeah.
We don't take a break. Sometimes we play 3 hours.
I said, well, as long as we keep the people, you know, drinking and eating, whatever, the botanas there, dancing, and thought, well, because, you know, I like that, I don't know, don't get me wrong, okay? When you take a break, if you don't give 15 minutes, then you take the poquito de juice. That's what people enjoy there. So that's the way I see it. I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah.
But thanks to the Lord, you know, thanks to Jesus that they keep us with that la fuerza, you know, that keep on singing. All right, for 2 hours, 3 hours. And it's a famous guy, you know, the rancheras, what's the name of this guy? Vicente Fernandez. He's just está grande, he's 70, about 78, 79 years old, right? I think he just quit music or whatever.
Muy guapo.
Hmm?
Él es muy guapo.
Well, I don't know, pero he's famous, the guy.
Sombrero grande. Mariachi uniform.
The only thing I see on this guy, that he said that as long as you, I say applause, I keep on singing. And he sings about 2-3 hours from him, I guess. I heard that, I haven't been in his concert or nothing like that. But they say, as long as you applause, en más, si tú me aplaudes, yo te canto. And everybody, and he's singing and singing and singing. Oof. And one thing that, what's the name of that guy, maybe, from, he lives in Tolima now. That he was the first guy that he see me here in Marfa to play at Dia de Muertos. And he paid me $50 to go sing there. All right. And he said that, I think he's living in Lajitas, the lingua somewhere there. Like I say, I always call it Primo, I don't know his name, but he's a real nice guy. He used to run that show here that was at the city, and what's the name there, the USO, for Minerva Works. Yeah, and he said that la canción ranchera, yeah, you can't hear it no more. Just barely, most the singers they sing otra música, pues.
Norteña music.
But they say that the rancheras, yeah, sí,
Hey, so Primo, so she has short questions for us to answer for the paper.
All right.
And before we do this, let's have I'm gonna say in Russia, salud, but remember in Russia, na zdravovia.
Don't put me in trouble.
Na zdravovia.
Yeah. Salud.
Salud. We have some nice
Un mezcalito.
soto,
Sopor.
koyame.
Para todos mis amiguitos.
It's very good.
Queremos mucho y que
Alright.
Very good.
cuídense en esta epidemia caracha que hay.
Epidemia.
Epidemia.
Oh, epidemia, pandemica.
Sad.
See, this morning, before I left the house, my wife was telling me that there were 6 people passed away in the illness.
Well, Julian
Campos.
Campos passed away.
And what's the name of that other guy? Just next his door there, there's his house. And the neighbor,
Right, the next door? I don't know.
Herrera. Lucas Herrera.
Lucas Herrera, okay, I haven't seen him in a long time. Anyway,
Pero si lo conociste. Do you know him?
did he pass away?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Uh-oh. Telephone.
The word.
I'm gonna take it. Okay. Alright.
Okay, so let's get on this. We gotta get it
I'll tell
recorded.
you, there are 1, 2,
We have a
3,
couple
4,
questions.
5, 6. There are 6 questions more or less. And some of them are simple, and some of them are, you
More
want to go
complex.
into detail, but basically, when she's going to edit this down into some short answers.
Okay.
So the first question is, how have you guys been?
How have we been?
Yeah.
Well, come otra vez para atrás. The last role playing in Padres. And David Beebe was the owner.
No. She asked, how have you been? Like, ¿Cómo estás?
Oh, how we been now?
Yeah, now.
Ooh, we're so happy. So glad about the way we been together for
8 years.
8 years. That I've been saying this guy that no, we never
No, we never have an argument.
no, ni una disputa. This, okay. Like this, like that. That's the way now estamos.
No, and it's hard, it's hard. What some people may not realize is that when you play music together, music is feeling. So you have feelings about the music. And if you don't have sort of the same feelings about the music, it's hard to play together. And I know you played with some really good musicians here in Marfa over the years back, and over the years.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it last week. Some of these great musicians. But some of them you all just didn't have. You weren't on, how they say in the United States, like wavelength, same.
Olas.
Olas.
Waves.
Olas. So same wave, like when up and down. And so, and when you're not like that, it's not as fun, for one. And then also you get in arguments about things that don't matter, and it's hard to play together. So it's hard. People don't realize, and I think about this with young people who are in bands that are very good. Sometimes they don't realize that when you have a good band, it's hard. Like, you need to keep it, because it's hard to get a good band. And I'm not talking about being good sonically, sound-wise. I'm talking about just getting along. And we always have gotten along because we enjoy the music first.
It's the main thing right there, yeah.
And the money is whatever. That's the one thing that we have in common. It's nice to get paid. But if we do something for a gift, for like somebody's anniversary or a birthday, or if we do some work for a gift, it's okay. And we're not fighting about, hey, they gave you $200, where's my $100, or whatever. And that's, first of all, we trust each other. Like, if they pay him, he gives me money. If they pay me, I give him money. But the money is second and the music is first.
Yeah, así la miramos, así la vemos los dos, ¿verdad? José la mira, y el modo que yo la miro así, ¿verdad? Que queremos entretener a la gente, que la pasen bonito, especialmente ahorita en estos días tan feos, que muy complicado todo. Y como dice Bibi, a mí me han preguntado cuánto cobran. Pues no sé, háblenle a Bibi. ¿Cuánto? No sé, whatever. People that they
basically I'm in charge, and so that makes it easier, because if I have a question, I call him, we talk about it, and then I make a decision, or we make a decision together, and I tell the person. That way there's no cross wires. But it's not we don't really do this for money.
No.
We do need to make some money to pay for strings, chords. We lose equipment, but sometimes we get rained on, and like the speaker gets messed up, but whatever. And just to make it, you pay for gas and stuff like that. But it's not money first. It's always been about the music first.
Okay.
La música es primeramente para nosotros, y como dice Bibi, que me da curiosidad que a veces me habla, dice, Primo, we're going to play, they call me to play somewhere. But it's no pay. It's all right, let's go there. No, it's no problem. We're trying to please everybody, and plus, we like to have fun, I guess.
Yeah, we have people that treat us really well. I mean, like, really, you think about, like, Ramona at Marfa Burritos, she does all kinds of favors for us over the years.
Let me get you through
Okay,
these questions. And then
next question.
This is way too much for this interview, and I'm not the interviewer, so I can't make up
Cheers to that.
questions, okay?
It's okay.
Okay, let's go with the
Next question.
The next question is, what is the inspiration? What inspired you to make this album? What inspired you to make this album?
Well, for me, it was that people have been asking us for a CD for a long time. And the people that have been asking us for a CD for a long time really want one. And I wanted to make one with Primo anyway, but I had hombres to do, and until this year when we closed hombres, all my time between working at the courthouse and the other hours were spent working and if we play some shows, but we never had anybody record us. So about this time last year, I decided it's time for us to start working on a CD. And so we started. And then he said, yes. I mean, I said, let's make one. He goes, well, I've never made one. I said, well, let's just make one.
Did the extra time you had as a result of the pandemic canceling your gigs have something to do with creating the window where you could get in the studio?
No, it actually slowed us down.
Okay.
The pandemic, remember we were doing all that work, and then for a little while, Gory didn't know, I mean, we didn't know. Nobody knew that you could be in the same room with masks or 6 feet apart.
Well, that's right.
And nobody knew, so we couldn't go in the studio. So we had finished some of this record, and then remember we come back later, and this is before the lockdown, before the coronavirus. Then we come back during the coronavirus after it got to a certain point where, and Gory Studio is big, plenty of space. And we got to a certain point where I said, hey, Gory, I'd like to do some more. And he said, yeah, I've been working with Judd in here, and we've just been playing it, being safe. So come on over. So we went in and finished that, and then, you know, we sent this off to Houston for Roberto to do his with my brother. That took longer too, because the pandemic, they couldn't put it together. So really, this would have been done earlier, but in a way, yeah, now we have more time to focus on putting it out there now.
Exactamente, que tiene. So,
20 songs, happy about that. That's what a friend of mine said. I didn't tell you.
I was telling you, he asked me, I said, 20 songs, Primo? I said, yes. I don't know what the reason he asked me. Is there too many or not enough?
No, it's not enough. Most records have 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, this guy surprised that he said 20 songs. I said, yes.
So this dovetails into the next question really well. What are your favorite songs? What are each of your favorite songs on the record?
I'll let you go first.
Ahí está el apologize. To me, the favorite song, pues no, prima, what can I say?
The one that when they say, hey, play one, and you say, okay, play this one.
Yes, because todavía no sé cuál es la canción preferida, pero la que nos gusta mucho es, por ejemplo, Amor Eterno.
Amor Eterno is one of my favorites too.
Igual,
I think it's very good. Yeah.
pero pues, really, honest, y de todo corazón se los digo, I've been
Spent enough time.
which is the famous, or como es the more
Your
song,
favorite.
yeah.
Your favorite.
My favorite is Anillo de Compromiso. I like,
Right, but we didn't do this on that record.
no?
On the CD, they're
No,
asking.
no, but she has been which is the song.
Oh, we're going to do that next, on the next CD.
Sí. Ok, y luego pues, ¿qué puede ser uno? Honestamente, yo no me gusta cantar, no sé cuál es la más preferida. No sé, en verdad no sé cuál. Pues casi todas, que
Okay, I'll tell you which ones I like a whole lot. I really like Amor Eterno.
Amor Eterno es una canción que me gusta mucho, llega al corazón de muchas gentes, que muchos no ponen atención o tiene un significado esa melodía de Amor Eterno.
It's a song that's very significant to many, many people and to him.
Y pues hay ideas que me gusta como y el señor Vicente Fernández, Último Beso.
Último Beso, I like that
Digo,
one
pues
a lot.
son varias canciones que me gusta cantarlas, pero preferidas, pues ahí entre el I'm Sorry no
It's
tengo,
okay.
no tengo una preferida.
I can tell you that every show we play, almost, we play Como Paloma Errante,
Oh, Paloma Errante es una.
and that's the first song on the record. And one of the reasons it's the first song on the record is because I really like the way we played it when we recorded it. I think that we did it really, really well on the CD. Como Paloma Errante is one of my favorite. And it's a song, when we play at Planet, a lot of times it's the first song we play.
You know, one song.
Kick it off with that, yeah.
Es como digo, pues mucha gente, ¿verdad? Como hay una melodía que se llama, ¿cómo se llama?
Is it Real Arrows? Who does that? Tigres? I can't remember who plays that song. Somebody popular.
Hay una canción, como le digo, que, como de, like I say, you know, people that like, used to be a guy here, the Almanse, Mr. Almanse.
Conrad Almanse or the older one? Mr. Almanse, the El Senor.
He always for this song, you know, ¿cómo se llama? Orillas en un río. What's the name of that song, primo? Sí, ahí me
I
llevas.
don't remember.
Y la canción de la que quiero mucho, mucho, me gusta una de que le gustaba a mi mamá, a mi madre. Canciones de viejecitas, ¿verdad? Que a ella le gustaba mucho. Juan Marta.
Oh yes, Juan Marta. Well, we haven't played that in a while.
We haven't played because
Maybe for the next record. But I want to get back to this question. Another one I really like that
Okay.
I only hear you sing. I don't ever hear anybody sing it, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure it was on the album. Is Sangre de Indio.
O Sangre de Indio.
It's a song that's not as well known as most, but it's one of the first ones that we used to do a lot of the time, and it's a cool song. So the ones, my top three are Amor Eterno, Como Paloma Errante, and Sangre de Indio. And then I like Ultimo Beso very much too.
Sí.
And actually La Diferencia is another great track. And I don't really like the songs I sing, but I do really like the song Waltz Across Texas as a song. It's I don't like to listen to myself sing. But that's a typical thing for singers. Singers don't like to hear themselves. But that answers the question, I think. Next
Okay.
question?
Let me do. Next question is, and we'll ask Mr. Primo first, and then I'm going to ask it to you, David.
Okay, I'll just have a little sotol while
Yeah, Primo.
this is Primo.
The next question: when did you first pick up an instrument?
When did I pick up an instrument? 1957?
What?
I would say 1957, 58.
Really? That long ago?
How old were you then?
I was 13 years, 14 years old. And now still 15 years old.
Nice.
Was that on La Loma, on the hillside?
Illinois, yeah.
Tell that story quick.
I was about 15, 16 years old when I started playing guitar. And I always said, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's, how do you call that, chord? Do?
Mm-hmm. Do, which is in the United States is C.
C? That's the first chord that I started, that I learned how to play guitar. But it was so long, de ahí no me sacaban. Do. Later on, los otros, pero he was 1957, 58, 57, 60, 60, right? 67. Back on that, I'm sorry. 67?
67?
67. Well, you know, let me tell you this. It was.
We got 10 years apart from. Is
I was
it 57 or 67?
Let me see. I was.
What year were you born?
I was about 10 years old, primo. That the other day, that I don't know if I should have mentioned this or not. It's ¿cómo se dice? Muy sad, triste.
Sad. Yeah, very, it's very sad. Or you can say, muy sad, like you're thirsty.
No triste,
Sad.
sad. It happens that it was un festival en el rancho de donde yo nací, el Paradero. And my dad trabajaba en McCamey, Texas. At that time, he went to Ojinaga, and I want to go to that festival in Paradero, but I was what, 7 years old, 7, 8 years old. But donde la parte de mi mamá, tenemos familias en el Paradero, en el Ejido.
So all your relatives.
So I asked my mom to go, and she said no. And then my dad said no, let her go. And he went and put me on the they call it camión, el bus,
The bus, yeah.
to go to El Paradero. And it's like the first time that I played guitar.
Oh, wow.
The first time that I was about 8 years old, 9 years old. They were in Mexico, ya ves cómo hacen festivales, you know, and it's a song that como guapango, pero rápido.
Wapango, rap, yeah.
Rápido.
So Wapango is basically a double beat song to dance to. I mean, it's hard to explain.
It's hard to say, pero
It's a fast, up-tempo song to dance to, like the folklorico dancers will dance
Sí,
to
claro.
Wapangos.
Por ejemplo, es muy rápido. I don't know how maybe they want to show that on the programa que había, and I still playing that song. I played for really well. Anyway, it's sad for me, because in the morning, somebody came and told my padrino Carlos Cabaldón y mi tía Timotea, you know, that they need Albian to go to Ojinaga as soon as possible. Because my dad got killed.
In a car wreck.
That's
Coming down from McCamey to the party?
No, from. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
From Ojinaga to McKinney.
Going back.
And
Just for reference, Remigio Carrasco here, known as Primo, in Ojinaga, as a child, de niño, he was known as Albion. So when he refers to Albion, he's referring to himself.
yeah, that's. Now I forgot to tell you that the first time I played guitar.
That's correct. I didn't know that. Yeah, we didn't have that story.
And it's a song, it's rápido, more than guapango. And you know, not the whole, the whole.
Not the whole song, but
Just that poquito para que bailaran ahí el jarabe, whatever.
huh.
Yeah.
And the people were listening and dancing and
Oh yeah.
the whole thing.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah. And ya cuando empecé a tocar más guitarra, that's when I came to the United States. Porque en México, a little bit, muy poquito. Like I told you that day, you know, this guy, Raúl Montañez, he was the main guy that played guitar there, you know.
One of the guys that you watched and learned
See?
from. You look at the hands.
Right.
One of the way Primo taught himself how to play guitar, he told me the other day, by watching other guitar players form chords, and then by taking that and trying it later on his own guitar.
Yeah, like I told you, we went to Fort Worth. I went there and worked for a while here in the ranch here.
The Kazner Ranch, right?
Mr. Kettner, yes sir. He's, I think it was Jody Jody was the son of the grandson of Mr. Kessler.
Mm-hmm.
I worked there for 2 months, a year maybe, and then went to the big city, Fort Worth.
Like crossing the ocean.
Yeah.
Almost like crossing the ocean, so far away.
I thought it was at the end of the world, man.
Different world. Yeah. Well, it is.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it was, especially then in 1960?
68.
67, 68.
68.
Big city, big building.
This is when I came to United States. And it's a long story, that things happens to us, and thank to Jesus, thank my Lord that no school, David, Spanish and English.
I mean, you had a little bit of school.
Oh yeah.
Here and there. Poco, but
Matter of fact, the other day we went to a mechanic to put a flower on my dad's grave in the mechanic. And we went to the school there at the mechanic, and I told my granddaughter, I used to go to the school. I said, really?
said yeah for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. It was out of what, 6 months of school or whatever they were. I think I went about a month. But this week and then.
Then off to work.
Yeah, another week.
Because you were saying they put you to work, it's, you don't, when there's work, you don't need
those
school.
years.
Okay, so am I supposed to answer the
You
same
gotta answer the
question?
question, you gotta be, it's
I want
almost.
to be quick, okay.
Okay.
So I'll answer the question. First time I played an instrument was, my parents had a classical guitar and we used to fool around on it. But my parents made me go to piano lessons when I started in 3rd grade, maybe 4th. And I liked them okay, but not very much. And I stopped after about 2 years.
Okay. I'm gonna read the next question, and I'm gonna abridge it because it doesn't necessarily apply, but this is what it says. It says, how is this album different from anything that you put out as a solo artist? Let's change that, and y'all can answer together to say, how is this album different than anything that you put out before?
Well, Primo's never put out any recordings before. This is his first recording.
The first, yes, sir.
That's amazing.
As for me, yeah, it's better late than never.
Like I say, I'm crazy. I'm so happy. Can't believe it. I don't know if it's true or not.
Now we're gonna do another one.
It's like you're.
Está emocionante.
It's like in this house
That's
that I've been saying that you say mi sueño. Is that what they call
It's a
it?
dream, yeah.
My dream.
Like, yeah.
And I was telling my tiger, he said, no wonder why they call it sueño. I said, no, am I right? Is that the way they call this place?
This house is called El Sueño, yeah.
Sueño. But I thought
Look
it
at
was
this.
your dream.
It is, well, it's our dream house.
Yeah.
This is our forever house. We're incredibly fortunate to have this house. It needs lots of work.
We're never gonna leave, we're never gonna stop working on
And
it.
so for me, this is the first project that I put out as a duo with help from Roberto and from Colt Miller. But as a duo, I've never been in a duo before with just 2 musicians as the identity of the group. It's the first record I put out in Spanish. For me, singing backups in Spanish and singing lead in English. And hopefully for the next record, I'll do more Spanish singing. I'm sure that will happen. I'm certain of it. And for me, this is the first record I've put out in 14 years. And so it's been 14 years since I've made an album, which before, back in my old career as a musician, I would put out one every 1 or 2 years. So I had maybe 10 records prior to this, but it's been a long, long time. So this is something, what's old is new again for me. But it's very different, and this is also the first time I wanted to do something like this years back, and then finally, after all this time, it's come to fruition. So it's a little different. It's like a dream for me too.
Yeah.
Like you say, for you it's a dream, but for me it's also a dream because I wanted to know this music for such a long time, and then it took 8 years to get to this point. where-
8 years.
8 years where I know how to do it well enough to be doing this with someone who's done it his whole life and knows it. He knows it so well he can't even explain how he does it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You do it. It's all just comes to you as part of. It comes out of you naturally. To me, I still have to think about it because it's not the first thing I knew. But to you, this is your first. This is your music that goes from top to bottom. So that's great. It's really great.
It's awesome.
And it's weird, Prima, that Saturday, this last, 2 days ago,
Sábado pasado.
nephew from my wife's nephew came to her house and cooked carnitas afuera.
Carnitas.
And he asked me the same thing, and when this and that, I said, no, I told the story about this. I was telling you that we go get together in the Loma. And his,
That's on the hillside. Learning on the hillside.
his uncle, Javier, Raúl Montañez. And he told me, he said, oh, my kid played guitar. I said, yeah.
You knew him
Yes.
back then, and you didn't
That
make the
time,
connection.
And he said, he still play guitar? And I said, yeah, I remembered it. And he started laughing because there were a guy there, Luis Flores, that he'd sing with me and him together. That to me, we're about 20 guys there, in the Villa Loma. And whatever we want to sing, Raúl Montañez, he played the guitar. Órale, sas. And everybody there, 20, 12, whatever, we get together every night. They want us, me and Luis Flores, Albian and Luis Flores, sing a song they call him, we call him the Nuez. And he told me, he said, why don't you sing it to him Saturday? Sure. But he thought he was, start laughing when I start singing. Because, we always make things, the song is, I don't
A
know.
little bit different than
Yes.
how you sing it.
Yes.
You sing it your own
So
way.
I say that we call the song Nuez. And he said, the Nuez, tío, yeah, hey. So can you sing it? I said, yeah. So I went and grabbed my guitar and stuff. And he said, Nuez que no te quiera. And he started laughing.
The first line.
Nuez is
No S.
pecan? Pecan. Pecan?
Oh, pecan. Okay.
Pecan?
Yeah.
It's a pecan, right?
Okay.
And he thought the name of, it's not the name of the song, I don't think so.
No, probably not.
No, but he says that little piece there, no es que no te quiera.
Uh-huh.
So everybody say, hey, Albian and Luis que canten la nuez. So all the guys know
That's funny.
song they were done.
We have one more question because we got to finish this up.
We got one more question. Okay. And so the last question is, would you say that some of the songs or some of the performances are an homage to an artist who has inspired or influenced you? Are any of the tracks an homage to other artists?
So the question there, and then listen, I'm gonna restate the question because that doesn't have to be someone famous.
No.
That can be like when you sing a certain song on a CD, and it's you know how some of the things like some songs when you sing them you picture a person singing them, or maybe playing guitar, maybe a friend, maybe someone famous. I mean, to me, when I hear you sing, you sound a lot to me like Vicente Fernandez. Well, in the way you sing, because you push a lot of air, and you sing, whoa, very operatically. I love it, but I don't sing like that. I've never learned how to sing that way, and I'm not saying that you have a tribute to that, But if you knew, if there's any songs that you sing there where you say, where you go, the reason I love this song so much is because I heard so-and-so sing it. Could be a friend, could be a relative, could be a guitar player.
No. Be honest, and my Jesus knows that, and I'm saying the truth, that I sing the way I sing, never try to sing like somebody else. I like to sing the way the Tigres del Norte,
Tigres del Norte.
Rieleros, or whatever, or Vicente Fernandez, José Alfredo Jiménez, Pedro Infante. No. I like the song that they sing.
Yeah, right, the songs,
Sí.
right.
I like the song that they sing. And
Juan Gabriel.
sí, pero never try to compare, como dice.
Right, I tried to imitate it.
Sí,
Right, never tried.
sí, no, porque every person have their own voice, and it's hard. And there are people that they can sing like somebody else, ¿verdad? Like Vicente Fernández, Javier Solís. Como Javier Solís fue una persona muy
Oh man, watch out, yeah.
So, me gusta cantar song that you always ask me, let's play one of the Javier Solís.
Yeah, because we have a book,
Yeah.
well, Javier Solis book with a lot of his songs in it, and we also have a Juan Gabriel book.
Juan Gabriel,
And
yeah.
I love both those, so he'll say, hey,
No, somos naturales aquí, natural.
right?
I
He'll
like
say,
the song,
¿Cuál quieres? And I'll say,
sí,
how about
porque-
some Javier Solis?
Sí, me gusta la música de Javier Solís, de
José Alfredo Jiménez. Right.
las songs de que cantan él, señor, mis respetos para ellos, ¿verdad? Vicente Fernández, que Dios quiera y salga una persona que siga cantando rancheras, porque ya no hay, no.
See, for me as a gringo growing up in Houston and hearing all this music my whole life, that's something that I don't think people realize. Like, you grow up in Texas, especially San Antonio, Houston, El Paso, anywhere along like in the southern part of Texas, along near the ocean or the Rio Grande. You know this music, you don't know the words, you don't know the artist, you don't know, but you hear this your whole life, everywhere you go. But as a gringo growing up in the 1970s and 1980s, what I knew, what I could understand was if I listened to country radio and heard Freddie Fender, Rancho Grande, Teardrop Falls, and I knew Freddie Fender was a Mexican guy from Texas, and I knew that he sang in English and in Spanish.
Do you want to speak specifically to the question, David?
Well, the question is, do I ever tribute, and when I sing the Freddie Fender songs,
Is this an homage to an artist that inspires
it's
you?
not an homage, but when I do sing the two Freddie Fender songs on this record that I do sing, I do think about Freddie Fender. So it's not an homage necessarily, but there is, to me, I do have him in my mind. And it's my Freddie Fender, it's my idea of Freddie Fender, because I didn't know Freddie Fender. So it's not an homage, it's an homage to the music as a genre, but not to any individual. But to me, growing up, Freddie Fender was my connection to Mexican music I could kind of hold in my hand at that age and say, yeah, I know this.
I
And that was it.
get what you're saying, but I'm not getting something that's going to hold together. I'm going to read the question again and just put it together as concisely as you can.
Okay.
Would you say that some of the songs are an homage to an artist who has inspired or influenced you in any way?
No, not an homage. That's right. There's my concise answer. Not a tribute or an homage, but yes, a recognition that there were people who inspired me, one of those being Freddie Fender, as a gringo, growing up in the 70s and 80s.
Good job.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
We're finished the interview, Primo.
Do you want to
For
just...
the Big Bang Sentinel. That's it.
Este otro trago me
Yeah. Otra vez.
¿Cómo dice? Merece un trago.
¿Qué?
Esto se merece
¿Cómo?
un trago. Esto se merece un trago.
Yeah, have some more.
Primo, when the pandemic is over, maybe we'll have some furniture and you and Anna can go over
Go over
that.
and enjoy this room. This summer. Yes,
Mm,
I know Swinger, you can come over and have some food.
you know, she